Hey everybody. I haven't done a studio tour in a while, so I thought I'd come in here and we're gonna add a new camera to the studio. We've been working on just this one shot camera. I've got Rue, my little helper here, and so we've got this AMCREST. It's a 1080p webcam model AWC195B. Here it is here in the box. We're gonna pop this open, take a look and see what we've got, and then I'll hook it up and switch it out with this. This camera is a Logitech Brio, so I'm interested to see sort of once we get the two of them hooked up for the podcasts and shows that we do. We'll be able to set up a two camera angle sort of system in here. It'll be great. All right, so we've got it open here. It's got a threaded connection for your tripod, which pops down like this, right? The camera here has a little privacy flip down screen. You can close it off so the hackers can't see you, and it just uses a standard USB connection. So we'll take a second here. I'm going to hook this camera up into the computer, and we'll run some comparisons, maybe run some demonstrations and see what we've got. Okay, so here we go. I've lost my helper, but we're going to do a side-by-side comparison now. I got we're on the Logitech Brio still right now. It is set up right next to side-by-side the AMCREST AWC195B. We're going to flip back and forth and see what it looks like here. Now, this is using default settings for the AMCREST camera in OBS software. So you can see there the quality, the color, the brightness, the lighting, everything looks a little bit off. So I'm going to have to probably poke around the default settings and see if we can't make that work a little bit better. And if I can get them similar enough, then I think we'll be in business. Now, they're still a little different. I touched up some of the settings a little bit, but it's not too crazy far off. I think what I can do is set up one of these on a zoom. I'm going to move them around the room a little bit, try some different camera angles. Okay, so now if we leave it like this, now I've got a wide shot, and I've got my co-host on this side. We can zoom it into a close-up. Again, I'm going to move the cameras around a little bit and try some different angles. Now you've got a little bit of a close-up shot, and I don't think the color differential is too annoying for the kind of stuff that we do, which is not really, we have 10 people to watch. So there you go. There's setup and demonstration of the AMCREST 1080p HD webcam. And again, just some of the things that I like. It was super easy to get set up and get going, with the exception of the color tone balancing. Right out of the box with OBS, the settings were a little off, so I had to sort of, the default settings were just not great, and that could be my lighting. I'm not a video person, so yeah. So I adjusted the settings a little bit, got it to sort of where I want it to be. I think we'll use this one for this sort of close-up shot. I kind of like that. And then we can flip back and forth between the wider angle and the close-up. And I don't think that the tone differential is too jarring, too different but from one to the next. And I can maybe play with it a little bit more and see what we can come up with. So I do like that it has a very versatile mounting piece, right? So it has a standard threaded connection for a tripod. You can also flip it down and hook it onto the monitor, or you can just fold it up and sit it on its own little base right on the desktop. So I like that. I think that's cool. It's got a flip down protector to keep your camera lens covered when you're not using it for your privacy. It's got a built-in microphone, which we're not using here. And I tend to not use microphones built in to the webcams because I'm doing, media stuff. So I'm using my microphone through the system and all of that. I typically don't do the camera itself. But if you're doing something, as simple as talking to grandma on the webcam, then I think it'll be really good for that. And for our use here, I think we can make this work. I think it'll be really great, and it'll definitely help us sort of mix up the angles that you get here on the show in the old studio. So that's it. It's an AMCREST 1080p webcam. AWC195-B is the model number if you want to check that out. There it is right there. And we'll put this to use on a show. I'm probably going to do some recording this week, so hopefully you'll be able to see all of this in action real soon.